Now, here's meteorologist Pete Mangione with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Some new information coming in this morning on that coastal storm for the weekend, and it appears we are still looking at a primarily wind event. There will be some rain on Saturday, but it's mostly wind that will affect the weekend. I'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes. First, though, let's talk about what I'm tracking. Before we get to that coastal storm, we're looking at a Halloween that is not so scary. I'm, of course, not talking about the costumes. I'm talking about the weather. Things looking pretty good as we go into tomorrow night with cool but dry weather for trick-or-treating. Now, that weekend coastal storm, again, it looks like wind on both days, both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will have a little bit of rain to it. We'll talk about that coming up in just a minute. And how about the Eyewitness News sunset tracker? I'm putting this up because we have the time change clocks going back Saturday night. So the Saturday sunset 5:41 p.m. On Sunday, it's back to 4:40 p.m. This obviously affects your day, and especially if you're going to the Patriots-Broncos game. I'll talk more about that, how the darkness will affect the game coming up in just a couple of minutes. As for now, though, the Eyewitness News threat tracker not showing any severe weather over the next 24 hours, so that is very good news. Obviously, if you have plans for Halloween, things looking pretty good right now for Narragansett Town Beach with the blue skies, and our temperatures much cooler than at this time yesterday, about 20 degrees cooler. 55 right now in Smithfield, 58 New Bedford, 59 in Newport, and 59 in Westerly. No precipitation right now on live Pinpoint Doppler 12. And speaking of precipitation, this is not the main show that we're looking at, but this is a piece of what we're looking at in terms of producing precipitation for the weekend. You can see a little bit of rain and snow activity off in the Great Lakes, but it's really a center of low pressure that will combine with that. That gives us the big impacts for the weekend. Now, notice as we go throughout the weekend, the center of low pressure well offshore, so that means not a tremendous amount of rainfall. Obviously, if this track were to change, we'd have to change our forecast in terms of what we're expecting for rain, but right now it looks like a mostly wind event. Could see a few isolated areas of wind damage out across Cape Cod as we head into Sunday, but it looks like most of us avoid that widespread damage. 58 right now, or 58 for your high temperature in Charlestown today, 59 in Hope Valley. For northern Rhode Island, temperatures a little bit cooler in the mid-50s with the sunny skies, and we're also looking at mid-50s here in eastern Massachusetts with mostly sunny skies with the wind out of the north. So here's that forecast for tomorrow night. Things looking great for trick-or-treating. 52 around 5 p.m. By 9 p.m. we're down to 47, certainly acceptable for Halloween trick-or-treating. And here are those coastal storm impacts, looking at primarily the wind being the big impact. Could see some rain affecting your outdoor plans on Saturday, but again, it doesn't mean rain the entire day. In fact, a good part of Saturday may end up rain-free. So we detail Saturday a little bit more. Some showers developing, winds out of the north, 25 to 35 miles an hour. And of course, do not forget to set those clocks back 1 hour before going to bed. And because of that time change on Sunday, if you're heading to the Broncos-Patriots game, most of this game will be played in darkness under the lights because sun's setting a little bit after kickoff. So that's going to make it feel even colder than it already is because those temperatures in the 40s for most of the game, wind chills for the game in the 20s and 30s. So the bottom line is dress warmly if you're heading to the Patriots game. And then speaking of warm, temperatures actually warm up a little bit Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, back to around 60 on Wednesday afternoon. So nice for Halloween, and then some changes for the weekend.
All right, Pete, thanks for the update. And now we want to take a look at what